Good evening, everyone out there, and welcome to the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy Class of 2025 registration presentation. I am Megan Timlin, the Academy Coordinator here at the fine Kempsville High School, home of the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy, and we are so excited that you guys are going to be joining us here in the fall as a student. So we are going to share some information tonight with regard to our registration and some things that you should plan to do as a new student. I will also direct you several times to visit that registration page because a lot of information can be found in that page. But before we get started tonight, I do have some folks with me behind the scenes kind of moderating and monitoring our chat on YouTube. So that's where you can put your questions if you have them tonight. And also to help me share information is our Academy School Counselor, Ms. Thompson, is with us.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us.
And also one of our 9th grade idea generation and critical issues for business teachers, Ms. Smith, is here with us tonight. And she'll be monitoring and moderating the chat feature on YouTube. So for tonight's event, the best way to reach us if you have a question, and I will say it's probably better for general questions, not necessarily personal questions, but you can put them in that YouTube chat. So we are going to go ahead and get started this evening, and this presentation is being recorded and will remain posted on our website for future use. So the important thing tonight is your course registration for this school year. It is very important that we get that course registration done this week. So the deadline is Friday. Please watch the registration video posted on our registration website. Our school counselor, Ms. Thompson, took care of that video, and it really does go into in-depth what our students need to know about their 9th grade courses, and it answers a lot of questions you have around course selection. So that's a really great place to start. Tonight we will do a brief overview of courses, but the more in-depth presentation is posted on our website. You are going to complete the registration Google form. I have emailed this a couple times and it's been sent out. So this form is what we need to process your registration. We must have a completed form for each incoming student by Friday, April 2nd, which is this Friday. So please make sure you complete that form. It's great idea to do it tonight and get it done. We will reach out directly to you if you haven't finished the form or completed the form. So, and as I mentioned earlier, tonight we will answer questions around courses and course selection and any other new student information or questions that you may have. Please place questions in the chat or follow up with us via email. And I will say, try to use general questions. If you have really specific questions regarding you and your specific situation or student, I would encourage you to email us or give us a phone call over the next 2 days. And we could answer those personal questions. So I'm sure you probably don't want to put them in the chat or have them on YouTube for infinity amount of time. So what does a 9th grade schedule look like? So in high school, students have 8 blocks. We are going back to an AB schedule next year, which you should be familiar with from 7th, 6th, and 7th grade in middle school. So you will have 4 classes on one day and 4 classes on another day. And so we have 8 blocks to fill here for your schedule. And then we also, on your registration form, will give you a chance to list some alternate electives. So all of our students take Academy Honors English 9 coming in. So that is not an easy selection because it's your only choice. The next is social studies. Our students have a choice between World Studies for Business 1 or AP Human Geography. Our students next will select their math, and math is based on sequence, depending on what you're currently in now. All of our students take biology, so that's another easy selection. All of our students take the Introduction to Entrepreneurship and Business Information Technology, which is our introduction course for all EBA students. Take that class, so that's another easy selection. All 9th graders take Health and PE 9, and I'll get into that in just a moment. All students are pursuing the Advanced Studies Diploma, which requires 3 years of one foreign language or 2 years of one language and 2 years of another language. So most students have not necessarily completed their foreign language yet. So whether you're starting or whether you're near the end, you're going to put your foreign language in there. And then you have room for a study block or an optional elective. So that 8th class gives you a chance to continue to pursue a fine art or a performing art. So if you liked band, orchestra, chorus, or we also have a special set of EBA electives that you may be interested in taking. Or always a good choice for a 9th grader is a study block, putting a study block in your schedule. But we do have several elective choices, and those are all on that Google registration form. But this is a sample of what you're looking at for a 9th grade schedule. So let's get into the selection really quick. So our students can either select to take the World Studies for Business 1 course or AP Human Geography as their social studies next year. So the difference between those courses, there is a video posted on our website, our registration website, that you can watch that explains the courses a little bit. But depending on what your student wants to pursue. So World Studies for Business is essentially our World History 1 course with an emphasis on entrepreneurship, looking at economic trends and innovations over the course of history. So we do try to pull out some of those themes that are related to our academy through that World History class. Our AP Human Geography course is a more rigorous course. So for our students who are really interested in that rigor level and really getting their feet wet with AP courses, it's a great first AP class. So you can see the level of reading and intensity that is in an AP course. In that AP course, you are also earning that weighted credit towards your GPA. So if that's something that's important to you, maybe you want to consider taking that AP course. We also recommend that students ensure they have a proficient or an advanced current reading level in school for that AP Human course. There is extensive reading and quite a bit of homework associated, including a summer assignment with an AP class. So make sure you're ready for that commitment if you're going to sign up for that AP course. And if you do select to take that AP course, you're going to make sure you fill out an AP commitment form that is also listed on our website. And you may talk to some of our older students or former students. The AP Human Geography did used to be a class that was associated with our associate's degree with Tidewater Community College. But as of our class of 2023, that is no longer the case. So it is no longer a required course for the degree program, but it is a good course to take if you're interested in college prep. So going into math, if you are currently in Math 8, you are going to select Algebra Honors for next year. If you are currently in Algebra, you're either going to select Geometry Parts 1 and Parts 2 or Honors Geometry. And really, the geometry, it's essentially the same course. It's depending on whether you wanted to slow down the geometry a little bit and take it in semesters, or if you wanted one full year course. So it's really up to you, but essentially it's the same geometry class. If you are currently in geometry, you can either take algebra or algebra 2 trig. And this is really dependent on your math level. And we did post information to our Kensville High School registration site that does have videos on our different math classes. So you can check out the differences between the two. If you are moving into Algebra 2 and Algebra 2 trig for next year, you're on a very fast track for math on your way to calculus. So if you wanted to slow that down a little bit, you could focus on Algebra 2 for next year. If you want to stay at a fast-paced math, continue into Algebra 2 trig. And then as a sophomore, you're looking at pre-calculus and potentially calculus as a junior. So you really have some choices depending on which math you want next. For world languages, we offer 5 different world languages here at Kempsville High School. Students can take French, German, Japanese, Latin, and Spanish. And as I mentioned earlier, all of our students pursue the Advanced Studies Diploma. So it is important that they start their foreign language if they have not already, or they continue in their foreign language. They're at different levels. So you either need 3 years of one language or 2 years of one language and 2 years to another language. We have a rather new health and PE choice to substitute that health and PE 9. If you are interested, we have a class called Personal Fitness, which we have one section of, and it caps at 30 students. these students will travel to Kemps River Planet Fitness every day. The teacher is certified to drive a bus and will drive them. And they are then designing and implementing both cardio and strength training workouts that they will perform at the gym. Every participant has to, so the only thing is you have to make sure you have a Planet Fitness membership that is not provided by the school. So if this is something that students, your child is interested in doing in place of Health and PE 9, this will satisfy their Health and PE 9 credit. They can take this. If you're interested, you would complete the application. And that is a Google link that we will put in the chat for you. And also you can access that through our registration website. That is there. So all of our students, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, have an option for their 8th spot in their schedule. We highly recommend a study block for 9th graders. High school is a transition, especially, after this past year. I think school is going to be a transition for all of us next year, coming back 5 days a week, and hopefully being in the building. So it's important for students to know what to do with that 8th spot. We highly recommend an SEA study block, but we do have other electives that you can choose. EBA semester electives like idea generation and critical issues in business is a set of classes that only Academy students can take in 9th grade. We also offer technical education courses or technology education courses in basic technical drawing and electronics, independent living. We are an AVID school, so if you're into AVID and you're already an AVID and you want to stay, you don't have to apply, but you can put AVID in your schedule. If you want to start AVID and you've never been an AVID before, we do have an AVID application on our website and you can apply. We also have art. We have chorus, we have band, orchestra, theater, guitar, piano. So we have lots of elective choices for that 8th spot in your schedule. And you are also going to select some alternate electives. And you're going to select alternate electives because there's a chance that you may want to take Health and PE 9 over the summer online in summer school to free up another block in your schedule. A lot of our students do take Health and PE over the summer to kind of get ahead and get another class that they want to take in their schedule. So when you're selecting those alternate electives, you want to take into consideration, if you take Health and PE over the summer, what would you want to put in your schedule in place of that? And a lot of students select a study block. Some students want 2 study blocks in their schedule, which you can do. You have 8 blocks to fill. So I mentioned earlier, this is just a great slide that shows information on our idea generation and critical issues in business class. This class is only for Academy students, and it's a great class for 9th graders who are really interested in getting their feet wet here in the EBA and want to pitch business ideas and want to start creating things right away. Our students in this class get exposure to additional Academy teachers, in addition to being able to utilize the makerspace right away and kind of using it and creating lots of cool things. So it's a really great set of courses if you have room in your schedule and it's something you want to do next year.
Ms. Timlin, we
Yep.
do have a question.
Sure.
Somebody asked, what is AVID?
What does AVID stand for, Ms. Thompson? I actually don't know. It's like, I'm not even going to try.
I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but it's a college preparatory class.
Okay, yeah, so I can describe what it is. I couldn't think of what it stood for. I wanted to be able to say what it stood for. So it is a college prep class. The focus on AVID is to get students ready for college. It also heavily focuses on organizational skills. So if your student, if that's something that maybe they might be interested in, AVID does provide that opportunity. They carry around a large binder. They learn Cornell notes and how to take Cornell notes as the preferred way of note taking. And the teacher works alongside some mentors and some folks that really come in and help work with the kids. But it is for students who are interested in college, maybe even a first generation college student. It really does help prepare them for that next step, next level. So I hope that helps. And there is information on our registration website and our Kempsville High School website about AVID if you want more information there. I didn't do a very good job. Miss Nurse will kill me. I mentioned summer school briefly. We highly recommend that students consider taking Health and PE 9 this summer. They can take it in person. Our school sites for summer school this year are Cox and Kellam. It is dependent on what your zoned high school would be, on which one you would go to, but we do recommend they take this online. You can take Health and PE 9 over the summer online. Online registration information will be posted on the VBCPS webpage next month. Well, so not tomorrow, but probably after spring break. And the payment site go live around May 1st. I will share that information with all of you as families through your email listserv that we have set up and we've been emailing you already. So I will make sure you have that information in advance. You are responsible for signing up and paying for summer school. And I will tell you parents right now that it fills up really fast. So, when I send out the date, make sure you put that date and time in your calendar, because if it's something you really want your child to do this summer, to add another class into their schedule next year, you're going to need to make sure that you're on there on that site to get them signed up to take it over the summer. It's just important to note that summer school, taking English 9 or social studies does not satisfy our academy requirements if they take that over the summer. So, and it's also important, we also recognize that just because you take a class in summer school does not guarantee that we have space for them to take a specific course they want. It's a course request form, and we're going to do our best to get you what you want, but it is based on numbers and availability of classes, space, and teachers. So we have quite a few out of district private school or homeschooled students. If you are not currently a Virginia Beach City Public School student, like going to VBCPS this year, and I know we have some families out there who might have been a VBCPS student maybe last year, but this year you weren't, you do have to re-register with us here at Virginia Beach City Public Schools. Or if you've never registered with us, you need to make sure you register with us. This has to be done in person in our school counseling office. We cannot send this packet to you via email. So please, you don't need an appointment, but you do need to come up to Kempsville between now and May 28th to get the packet, fill it out, and return it to us so that we can get you enrolled and registered. We cannot process your registration information until we're able to enroll you as a student, and that packet will have all the information that you need. Expunging grades from middle school. So this is really, really important. And this is really the only time you can do this, parents and students. So middle school students who are taking credit-bearing courses, they can purge that grade, any middle school, high school credit course, by July 15th. This information will come through your current middle school counselor to do this. Note all high school credits taken during middle school do count for credit towards your high school GPA. So when you agreed to come to our academy program, you're agreeing to stay above a 2.5 GPA. If you think about your GPA, an A is 4 points, a 4.0, B's are 3 points, and C's are 2 points. So when you're looking at your high school credit courses, your algebra, your earth science, your geometry, your languages, Spanish 1, French 1, German 1, you want to make sure that you have good grades in those classes. We oftentimes get students coming to us from middle school who maybe got C's or even D's in those classes, and it really does bring down their high school GPA. So now is your chance to kind of get a clean slate. They do have to take the course again if you expunge the grade. So, if they got, say, a D this year in, say, geometry, you may want to think about expunging that D, but they would have to take geometry again next year. So parents, this is something to think about and talk about with your student as you think about their high school GPA. Because once we get past that July 15th deadline, these grades stand and there's nothing we can do. And once they get into high school, every grade matters and we don't expunge anything. So it's really important to kind of look at your student status in those high school credit courses, because that's the GPA they're going to be walking in with. And some of our ninth graders do walk in on contracts because they start here below a 2.5. So it is important to kind of look at grades. And students, if you're listening to me, it's important that you do the best you can right now in those high school credit courses because your grades matter. So finish strong. Ms. Thompson, are there any questions out there?
Yes, one just came in.
I think I saw it. It was about, foreign language. If they've already taken 3 years of foreign language, you get another
Yes.
elective choice, or you get a study block, or you can take the 4th year of a language and earn your biliteracy seal. So I'm not sure if there's an option for that on our Google form to select you've completed all 3 years of your language. So that might be an error on our form that we need to fix for you.
No, there is.
Oh, okay. So you
They
can
can select that.
Thanks, Ms. Thompson. So you can select that you already finished your language requirement, and you get to select another elective. So yay. And if you want to talk about more choices for your specific child, just reach out to us and we can discuss that with you personally. So while you're here at the Academy, you will be exposed to all 3 of our strands of study: entrepreneurship and innovation, business information technology, and corporate finance, through our introduction course that all of you will take. And so Ms. Harrell is the teacher of that class, and she does an awesome job in getting your feet wet in each one of these areas so that you can make the best educated decision for how you want to spend the rest of your time here at the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy. But you will be looking towards about this time next year, sorry. You will be looking at selecting a strand. Very popular option for our families, lots of questions around this. We do continue to have a wonderful partnership with Tidewater Community College, where our students can pursue a degree in an associate's degree in business administration at no charge to you and your family. At this time, that's still our current arrangement. Our students do take the Virginia Placement Test before taking classes, or must have a 3.0 cumulative GPA to take courses. Our students do have to ensure they take 50% or more of the degree on TCC's campus. So our students do take classes on TCC's campus in the summer, every single summer that they're in high school, and some classes during the school year. The credits do transfer to most public and private colleges. I will tell you, we will provide the degree plan, and it is posted on our registration site now. It is the family's responsibility to determine which college and university of your choice and what will transfer. Different colleges and universities take different parts of the degree and different courses based on grades and everything. So it's important to have a conversation with the college and university of your choice, or when deciding this option. We do work to create a personalized 4-year plan for each of our students. And so if this is something they want to pursue, we will work with them on that. And more information will come about this as your student is actually enrolled in here in the EBA. There is really nothing as a rising 9th grader to do for this right now. We will host an information session next school year, probably in January of 2022. And we will share more information to get your feet wet and get you started on this process. But there is really nothing that you need to know or do right now with regards to this option. We just want you to know it is available, and we'll get into it as your child becomes a 9th grader here next year. So
There's a question. Oh, sorry. Somebody first said, are there summer classes? I'm not sure if they're referring to TCC or general classes. If you could specify in the chat. And then there was also a question about whether Academy students can be involved at ATC.
Yeah, so great questions. So the ATC, our Academy students, we have a great partnership with the ATC. We have 100% acceptance. If your student is interested in the ATC, they are going to select the Business Information Technology strand, because that is the strand that heads to the ATC. So we prepare them in 9th and 10th grade, and we really help them build up their resume, because they still have to apply to the ATC to get into a program of their choice. But we really build them up, build their resume, and work with the teachers to get them the best option for them. So we do send students to the ATC. They're going to want to select that BIT strand when it comes to strand selection to go to the ATC. With regards to summer classes and summer schedule, it's important that you follow the information that we will send. Our students can take summer classes with VBCPS. And I will send that information via email. There is nothing that your child can currently take this summer at TCC. We don't offer any TCC classes until your child has been here in 9th grade. So next summer would be when you start taking classes with TCC in the summer.
So she followed up with the question, are there classes not recommended for summer school?
English and social studies is not recommended in summer school because they need our Academy English, or they need World Studies for Business 1 or AP Human Geography.
What do you think strand if you want to study for being a marketing manager? Which strand?
So that's a great question. And I think probably corporate finance or entrepreneurship, but that you definitely have a year to explore that through our introduction course that you'll take next year with Ms. Harrell. So you don't have to make that strand decision tonight.
And somebody else asked if we have ROTC.
We do not have ROTC here at Kempsville High School.
And that's it for now.
Okay. So moving into additional academy requirements. So when you elect to be in an academy program, you are electing to do more as a student, to hopefully be well-rounded, build that resume to be able to do something really great in whatever is next for you. So we do some really cool things here in the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy. And the first one is master classes. And our freshmen need to attend 8 master classes in a year. We offer them once a week. And what it is we bring in business and community leaders from all walks of life who share their story, or some of them teach a specific skill or something that they're passionate about to our students. And what it is it's a great first networking opportunity for our students to be able to meet with people and hear about different jobs and different opportunities that are out there in the world. So this helps us begin to build those connections. They are after school. We have been hosting them via Zoom during this COVID time. And it has been successful, and I think we'll probably continue to offer some over Zoom, but we do want to start to offer them face-to-face again as we are able to bring more groups of folks together and bring guest speakers back into our buildings. But that's all dependent upon our CDC guidelines and VBCPS. But our master classes are great opportunities for your child or for you to begin to network with people here in our community. So that's a really awesome thing that we do. Our students all have to earn service hours. Also, all of this information is posted on our registration page. So if you want to read more about our masterclass program or our service hour requirement, again, I'm going to point you right back to that registration page because that information is there and posted for you to review. All students do need to earn 100 service hours by the end of their junior year. If you're wondering what counts as service, please read the community service hour form that is posted on our site. We also have a log that's posted that you can begin to fill out. We can begin to collect hours from your child starting on June 19th. So anything they do this summer, have them record if it's considered service, and we can start tracking their hours now. You don't want to be in your senior year worried about hours. So that's why we try to have them done by the time they finish their junior year. All of our students also have to complete an industry certification, which is really easy to do because you're going to be able to get a bunch next year through your introduction course with Ms. Harrell. And then as you continue to specialize in our program, there's a lot of opportunities to earn Microsoft Office Specialist certifications in Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Access, you name it, we offer it. For our corporate finance kids, we offer NOCTI accounting, we offer customer service, we offer if you go into basic technical drawing, you can get AutoCAD and Revit. So we have lots of cool industry certifications depending on what you're interested in. All of our students have to earn at least one, and that is never a problem for our kids. They always have plenty. You will also be able to participate in Job Shadow Day in 10th or 11th grade, where you will spend the day working alongside a business or community leader. So you'll actually come and check in here. And then it's kind of like, if you've ever done take your daughter or son to work day, or, like students, if you've ever done that with your parents, kind of like that, except it's not your parent. You're going along with someone for the day to kind of see what their work is like. And again, it's another networking opportunity that we provide 10th and 11th graders to make a greater, stronger connection with some of our community leaders, because then it helps lead to our senior internship, which is a class, which is our senior capstone project that all of our students must complete. They must have an internship that is with one company that they are working with all year long on a research project capstone. So all of these things help to build their networking capacity so they're ready to do that in their senior year. And it's a great resume builder, and it's been a terrific experience. Our students learn so much outside of the walls of Kempsville High School. It's really been incredible. More information on those requirements, again, is posted on our registration website.
We do have a few questions coming through.
Okay.
So the first one is, can you repeat the difference between taking 3 years versus 4 years of a world language?
So, Ms. Thompson, you're probably better at that than me. The 4 years, they earn a biliteracy seal.
Yes. So students who are interested in earning a biliteracy seal do have to take 4 years of a world language. At the end of the 4th year, they take what's called an APPLE exam in that language, and they have to pass that. And then they also have to pass their reading and writing English SOLs. And so if they do all that, then they will qualify for a biliteracy seal. So that's a lot of times the reason why students choose to take 4 years. I will say colleges do like to see students continue on with their world language as well. The next question is, do you partner with a school that has ROTC?
No, we do not. Sorry.
If someone were to get a degree from TCC in business, would they have to follow through with that degree past high school, or could they major in something else in the future?
Yeah, so what you're doing is you're getting a degree through a community college, and so it's a finalized degree. An associate's degree is a 2-year degree, and you can complete that whole 2-year degree alongside your high school diploma here. So that would be in business administration, and you would have a certificate, and no one could ever take that knowledge away from you. And whatever you chose to do next would be up to you.
Okay, if you volunteer this summer, would that count for hours, or do you have to wait until school starts in the fall?
No, you can start the minute we finish school, and you are no longer an 8th grader at your middle school. So June 19th, you can start.
Are the EBA electives, the idea generation and critical issues, a requirement as an elective, or can we select basic technical drawing instead?
You can select basic technical drawing. They're an option only for academy students, but they are not a requirement.
Okay, there's another question about hours. I think we answered that. Can you do an internship to anywhere you want, or is it a specific place?
Internships are pretty much, we work with the student around their interests as long as it's school appropriate. We'll work with you on that. But the specifics we'll get into as you become a junior and senior with our internship coordinator, Ms. Ruth. But it is around the student's passion area, and a lot of our students have selected their place of internship or employment.
And then the last one is, do SOLs taken in middle school for high school courses count for high school SOL requirements? I can answer that one.
Go ahead.
So they do count, but there are some regulations where this says that students have to sit for certain SOLs. So all students have to take the biology SOL, and you also have to sit for a math SOL in high school. So if your child is in Algebra 1 this year and they take that SOL and pass it, it counts, but they will still have to sit and take either the Geometry or the Algebra 2 SOL.
Okay.
I think that's it for right now.
Okay. So moving into transportation, the Department of Transportation does create bus routes based on what is provided through our online application system. And we also match that to Synergy, or our student information system, what you have in your current student database. So it's important that we have the right information there. Bus routes are available in August, and they are posted on the VB Schools website. And I will do my best to provide the link to you. I will tell you right now, if you are out of zone, academy bus stops are further from your home than a zoned bus stop would be. So we can always call transportation, and you can call transportation if you're unhappy with a bus stop. But sometimes that's just the way things are. We provide transportation, but it may not be as close as your current bus stop if you're an in-zone student. But bus stops, nothing really to worry about right now until we get to August. So being a chief is the best thing ever. Miss Thompson and I could both tell you because we are both graduates of Kempsville High School. And we really hope that you and your child will get involved in chief life here. We have really great athletic and activities here that your students can get involved in. And our athletic teams are really doing awesome things right now. And so, you know, we're excited to have you. If you're interested in getting involved, our academy students do a lot of things here at school, and they've really made a positive impact here at Kempsville. So we encourage you to get involved. There is a Google form that you can fill out and complete to let us know what activities you're interested in. And then I will share that information with those coaches and sponsors so they can reach out to you over the summer or before the school year starts to get you involved. I will say fall tryouts. So if you're interested in a fall sport, so they're currently going on right now, but like cross country, football, field hockey, cheer, competition cheer, volleyball. I'm going to miss something and they're going to get mad at me. All of those are fall sports. And their tryouts start prior to the first day of school. So again, that's information that I will make sure is in an email to you to try to make sure you're aware of that. But they just note if you want a fall sport, those tryouts occur in the summer before we come back to school. So we are really excited to be able to host a new student orientation here this year, face-to-face with masks and mitigations in place. But we are going to welcome you. We want to show you around Kempsville High School. Many of you may have never set foot in this building before, and we want to be able to show you around on June 24th from 8 to noon. So it's just a half-day program, but we are preparing to be able to get your feet wet here at Kempsville and get you acclimated to Kempsville EBA life, meet some new friends. We'll provide some cool swag to you and some snacks as you depart. But if you want to come, this will be where you're going to spend the next 4 years. So we hope you'll sign up to participate for orientation. The registration form is due by May 7th. And again, it's another Google link that you can complete to sign up to participate, but we hope that you will. You'll get a cool t-shirt. And again, probably the best part, you'll start to form connections with fellow EBA students so that you have some friends here in the EBA when you come and join us in September officially. We also just got great news that we will be hosting a maker camp this summer. I do not have dates at this time, but it will be promoted out to new EBA families first. So if you really want to start to work in our makerspace and get to know how to pitch and all these cool things, you may want to sign up for our maker camp this summer. And again, I will send out that registration and more information to you as it becomes available through my email and through our email listserv. So parents, we have a specific booster club just for Academy students and parents. And this parents group, their sole purpose is to create fundraising and service opportunities for EBA students. So their mission is on the screen. They want to enhance Academy curriculum by providing mentoring and financial support that fosters the entrepreneurial spirit. So I'll go over a couple things that they do, and we are hoping that some of you parents might want to get involved with this fine group of individuals. So since we have a service hour opportunity, this group likes to provide service hour opportunities for our students to participate in. We do lots of projects with the courtyard. We've done projects with St. Mary's, Home for Children. We have done some water stations at some of the J&A races, and we have painted kindness rocks for our courtyard garden. So we like to provide service opportunities, and we recognize the students through this group purchases the President's Volunteer Service Award for the students who have the most hours every year. This group also does a lot of fundraising. Their big fundraiser is Virginia Beach Amphitheater concessions. And it's our understanding that the amphitheater is going to start to host some concerts maybe in July. And so we will be looking for some folks who might be interested in volunteering. We have also sold fruit and done cookie sales. We've done a color run. We've sold spiritware, car washes, and done a shoe collection, all kinds of things to fundraise. And we also have an Amazon Smile. So you can pick friends of the EBA, and your Amazon purchases will get a kickback to us, which directly helps your EBA student. Because where does the money go? We give away $3,000 at least in senior scholarships each year. So all of those things are opportunities for your children in the future. We pay for the President's Volunteer Service Award for students. We have funded or helped fund student trips. And hopefully, we can do field trips here again sometime and we can take the kids some places. We also do college tours. Miss Thompson, typically we go somewhere in Virginia or maybe even a close North Carolina school in the future. We like to take kids on college tours, especially if they've never visited a college. And this group has helped fund our bus to do that. So that might be something that you might want to help with. And this group also helps fund our senior celebration, which we have yet to really have, but hopefully in the future, by the time your child's a senior, we're going to have a really great celebration. So get involved with this group so that you can help your child have a really great experience here in the EBA at Kempsville High School. There is an interest form. It's a quick form. If you're interested in getting involved, please go and click that form and fill it out tonight. You can also get remind messages from this group. And they do have their own Facebook and Twitter, so it's not run by me and the school. It is run through our parents. Our president is Christine Marsh, and she actually is an employee at Point of View Elementary School, and she's awesome and I think is hanging on with us for another year next year. But we will need parents to continue to transition and be a part of this organization that directly benefits your students. So please consider getting involved. So as we conclude tonight, we will take your questions, but I do want to focus that the really important form that we need by Friday is for you to complete that registration Google form. So if you've not done that, please make sure you do that by Friday, or you will get a friendly reminder from us this week to do that. Some optional forms that you can get through our website that you can submit are the Planet Fitness, Health and PE course form, the AP commitment form if you're signing up for AP Human Geography, the summer orientation participation form, an athletic or activity interest form, and parents, if you want to join the Friends of the EBA, there's that form for you guys. For more information, so our information's here. I hope you've been getting my emails thus far so that we are connected. So you should be able to reach me that way. You can get more information on Kempsville High School at bbschools.com or our Kempsville High School webpage. We do run our own Weebly page that has lots of great information on our program. If you have not already, we post all the time. We're a big social media school. We like to share the good news of our students and share all the cool things they do here at Kempsville. So if you're not following us, be sure to click like on Facebook on our Entrepreneurship and Business Academy Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at Kemps Academy and at KHS_Chief. And on Instagram at Kemps Academy. I guarantee at some point you'll see your child there if they're okay to be photographed, because we love to post our students and all the cool things they do. So general questions, we will open that up from the chat. I will say personal questions, we don't really want those all posted all over the internet. So if you have personal questions, send us an email. And remember, a lot of questions can be answered through our registration website. So I do really encourage you to spend time on that website, download the forms that are on there, take a look and make sure you're reading the information and knowing what you're signing up for as you're coming here and into our program next year. Questions?
Right, so we do have a few questions. The first one was about if a student is interested in the swim and dive team, do they have to try out for swim and dive?
Yes, so there are tryouts for swim and dive, just like any athletic team. I'm not sure what their cuts are. I think they take a lot of students, but yeah, you try it. There's tryouts for swim and dive.
Okay, if a student completes all 3 years of world language in middle school, will the grades be transferred over to high school?
Yes.
Yes. How do we sign up for the Amazon Smile for the EBA?
Oh, so that's a good question. So if you send me an email, I actually Googled how to get it on my phone and I now have it on the app. So, but I had to Google how to do that. And I don't remember exactly how right now, but if you send me an email, it's Friends of EBA is the Amazon Smile. But if you send me a personal email and I'll send you the directions because I figured it out.
Okay, do we need to sign up for bus routes?
You don't need to sign up for a bus route. It's pulled through our student information system. So as long as we have your correct address in our Synergy and our student information system, it will automatically pick up a bus stop for you. That's something that I work on over the summer, is ensuring we have all of your names and your addresses. But I pull them from Synergy, so make sure it's right there. If not, fix it with your school counseling office, your current, not us, fix it with your current school counseling office if your address is not correct.
If we did the EBA registration form, is there any type of registration our parents have to do to switch to Kempsville from our home school?
No, there's nothing you need to do to switch from your homeschool. We have a list, and we have been working behind the scenes to pull you in as a Kempsville student. So there's nothing you need to do. You don't need to contact your homeschool and let them know you're not enrolling. We've already pulled you in here at Kempsville. I think that's
And the last question I have is the Planet Fitness course offered over the summer as well?
It is not. It is during the school year only.
That's all we have right now.
Okay, we'll hang out here for just a minute, just in case you have other questions for us. Okay, not really getting any other questions. So if you do have questions as you're finishing forms, please send an email to myself or Ms. Thompson, and we can help you. We do need you to make sure you complete that registration form. That's the most important thing to complete right now, so that we can make sure we get you the courses you want for next school year. All other information is on our registration site. And so we'll end with, what do you do with an idea? We're so excited you're going to find out. As a new student here in the Entrepreneurship and Business Academy, the best academy in Virginia Beach, at least we're biased and think so. But we have some really great programs and some really great students here, and we're so excited to welcome all of you into this family. And it is a family, and Ms. Thompson and I and Ms. Smith, thank you for being here with us tonight. We are here to support you and your child as you join us here at Kempsville High School. So please reach out as you have questions or concerns, and we'll be happy to answer them. And I knew if I talked long enough, we'd get some more questions.
One more question about whether freshmen are allowed to sign up for ATC.
So as an academy student, you're not allowed to sign up for that in 9th grade. So if the ATC is something you really want to do as a 9th grader, and you got accepted there, then we would ask that you decline our invitation to join our academy, because our academy students who are in the BIT strand and want to go to the ATC, they do that in their junior year. We just ask, if you want to be an academy student, that you wait till your senior year to do the ATC. And that's just because we don't have room in your schedule to fit everything you need as a 9th grader and the ATC, because it takes up 4 blocks. So you may have to make a choice if you have your heart set on the ATC for next year. Sorry.
Another question about tryouts, if there's tryouts for tennis.
There are tryouts for tennis. Yeah. We have some really good tennis players too.
And then somebody asked how many students are enrolled in the academy.
So our max enrollment is 500 students. We are currently sitting at 465 going into next school year. It's a lot of kids. We're so excited. All right, as we will hang for, see if there's any other questions. And hearing none, It is 6:50 and we thank you guys tonight. If you have other questions, please reach out to us directly and we'll be happy to answer them. If you have not completed that registration form, again, head to our website and complete that registration form. We hope you guys have a great night and we can't wait to meet all of you next school year. Welcome to the EBA. Good night.